Okay, here we go.
The pathetic conspirators have finally crawled from their holes to attack my palace. I appreciate you making the extermination of your futile resistance all the
We're on the first boss.
Brax,
I like this boss. This is Olgraf. Grax. I'm on my Frost Mage. For this single target damage like this, you might want to consider Arcane. I don't think Frost... Let me just say Arcane might be a little bit better on the single target damage. But just practicing Frost. I did not get a single drop for my priest in the raid. So, you know, we're hoping for something here. It looks like our group is doing good damage. I don't have any special gear. All I have are heroics. I did the entire raid on my priest, healing. That was a lot of fun. But it is really humbling when you spend about 1 hour doing the whole raid and you don't get any gear at all. I'm not going to say that you completely wasted your time, because God never wastes anything in your life if you're a chosen one. The chosen ones of God. As we run around a little bit, God chose his chosen ones before day one of creation, not after, before. It says so a multitude of times in the Bible. I always pray to get gear, and when you don't get it, that's the Lord crushing your pride. Everybody's got pride. Sometimes I'll meet Christians who don't think they have any pride, but that right there is simply a deception, because everybody has pride. I mean everybody except Jesus. Yeah, if you look at my talents down below, single target damage is not the Frost specialty. Frost will do so much better in AoE damage and in the PvP and arenas. Okay, come on, we almost got him. A Christian brother of mine whom I have known a very long time, he found out I got no gear in the raid, and he said to me, well, you know, the algorithms and the mathematics and everything, he's temporarily forgetting that God is sovereign over his entire creation. And God isn't just sovereign over everything, but he's in control of everything down to the molecular level and even beyond that. Yeah, that's 2 times I blinked into that trap.
Stop playing with your food and finish them, Orbrax!
I might consider switching to arcane, I'm not sure. I guess it depends what I'm doing. He's almost dead. We're praying for a piece of gear. Ooh. Ooh. I hope and pray that you've been working on humbling yourselves, because there's not much else more important than that. I would say the top 3 of importance would be to be abiding in Jesus, humbling yourself, and exercising your love. What good is love if you're loving in pride? Okay, what do we have? I didn't see anything. I watched this on my priest, but I'll watch it again because it's pretty cool. Yeah, no gear for me. Hey everybody, could I please ask you a favor? If you don't mind, scroll down below, click our subscribe button, because we could really use your help. Thank you very much. We're on the second boss. We got 2 bosses to go for a piece of gear. I mean, it is humbling. Look at all the work that I just did for absolutely nothing. And if you don't get a piece of gear in your raid, you can't get anything until next week. What do you think? Is that true? You can do your mythics, yeah, about once a week you get the gear. So the Lord, He's crucifying our flesh. When you do raid after raid after raid and never get a piece of gear, what He's actually doing is He's crushing your pride. He's crushing your ego. He's crucifying your flesh. And the flesh is our enemy. The demonic kingdom is our enemies, and our flesh, our pride, our ego, our self-righteousness, the thoughts that we think that we're better than others, that we're smarter than others, that we're more talented than others, that we're better in World of Warcraft than most other people. All of that right there, that's our enemy. That is our enemy if you are a chosen one of God, a child of God. The tanks are taking turns. Following the orange tank most of the time. Single target damage, the Frost Mage, I would say is A tier. A like an apple. Not bad, not that great, but not bad either. Look down at the bottom of the bar. Frost has very few options. It's not that great. Just trying to follow the tank. When you do this raid, you divide your party in half. One tank on one side, one tank on the other side. Half the group with one tank, half the group with the other tank. You do not run away from that blast. So I've been working on humbling myself the best I can with the grace that God is giving me. I'm trying, and I pray you are too, because what's more important than being humble? Abiding in Jesus, crushing your pride, and loving people, loving God, loving people. Look down at the bar, I've got no options. I don't mean to keep complaining, but Frost might be like a PvP, S+ tier. We're doing okay. I'll go ahead and work on this group here. That's what the Frost Mage specializes in, just getting rid of mobs. It looks like we got this boss, maybe. Maybe you're thinking, well, Garrett, where does it say in the Bible to humble yourself? Why do you preach that so much? Okay, nothing. We have one item to roll on.
Will provide access to the barracks above. Move swiftly. It will not be long until the Queen realizes where you are.
Did we roll a 14? We're on the last boss. We didn't get a piece of gear. So yeah, killing yourself for 1 hour in this raid with no gear, it crushes your pride. Would you believe me if I told you that the Lord is doing that to you on purpose when that happens?
My blade always finds its mark.
Do you believe that God can go into our games and alter the software? If you don't believe that God can go into the software and change it, well, your God doesn't sound very strong, does he? If he can't go into the software and alter it, he really doesn't sound like much of a God, does he?
Flesh was made for cutting.
Wow.
I adore the sound of great speed.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Flesh
We'll
was
use the
made
stone
for
to heal
cutting.
up.
God cannot stop me.
When people play poker all over the world, do you believe that God can go into the card deck and alter it? When you play Hearthstone, do you believe that God can go into your match and alter and change the way your cards come out into your hand? When you open up 100 packs, Hearthstone packs, do you believe that God's Son is powerful enough to go into the packs and specifically design what he wants to give you? Do you believe that God can come into this raid?
Flesh was made for cutting.
And when we kill the boss, specifically pass out each piece of raid gear to who he wants to give it to? Wow, we almost died. I might have to... Yeah, we better heal up, right? That's the last one I can use this raid. I used its reset.
Your God cannot stop me here.
If you don't believe that God can do all of those things that I just mentioned, ask him to show you. Ask Jesus to show you what I'm talking about. Ask Jesus to reveal to you more and more of what he can actually do. Ask him to teach you more.
Flesh was made for cutting.
Ask, and you shall receive. Seek out this knowledge, and you're going to find it. Ask him to show you. Alright, we need a piece of gear, or we are dead in the water until next week.
My execution was flawless.
Okay. 73. Let's check and see if 73 was good enough.